5.10, derivative rules with table of values. I find these really fun and kind of satisfying. You're using your chain rule, product rule, quotient rule, sum or difference, all the rules we've learned in kind of an abstract way. Ends up being pretty easy. So the first one is a constant multiple. Use the chart to find the derivative of h at 1 in simplest form. Here is our function h of x. H of x uses f of x. So let's just think if we were going to find the derivative of h. We just have -9 times our function. So what happens there, it would be -9 times the derivative of f of x. And then I just plug in the number. It says at 1. So I'm really finding the derivative at 1 of -9 times f prime, or the derivative of f of 1. Look in your table, find f prime, which would be this column here. We only have one option of a row of 1, and that is 10. So I'd have -9 times 10 would be -90. So that says that the slope at 1 would be -90 for the h function. Okay, sum or difference. Here's our function h of x. We're just adding f of x plus g of x. So when we find derivatives in addition or subtraction, it's just the derivative of each piece. So h prime of x would equal f prime of x plus g prime of x. And then we're finding it at 2. So I plug that in. And then I'm trying to find it in my table. So find f prime, which would be the second column, at x is 2. That's a value of 9. G prime would be this column when x is 2 is -1. And then that would equal 8. So the slope at 2 is 8. Product rule. Remember that you can't really screw it up as long as you remember you can't simply take the derivative of both of them. It needs to be where you're keeping one of them times the derivative of the other one plus in the opposite combination where, let's say, I keep g of x times the derivative of f of x. So again, it doesn't matter, it'll come out the same, and we're finding this at 5. So I'll be finding f of 5 from the table times g prime of 5 plus g of 5 times f prime of 5. F of 5 is 2. G prime of 5 is -10. G of 5 is 12. F prime of 5 is 2. So that'd be -20 plus 24 would equal 4. So the slope at 5 is 4. Okay, quotient rule gets a little longer because remember it's low d high minus high d low. So derivative of this function would be low times derivative of high minus high times derivative of low all over low squared. And we're finding at 3. Okay, I probably won't plug this one in. I'll just find it to speed me up a little bit. G of 3 is -1. F prime of 3 is 5 minus, so I'll group that together, f of 5 is, f of 3, sorry, -1. G prime of 3 is -4. And then g of x.
Miss Henderson, call Mr. Van Beber at 111 or on the cell phone. Miss Henderson, please.
Whoops. And then g of x, or g of 3, is -1, that quantity squared. And so I'd have -5 minus 4 over 1 would be -9. Hopefully I did my math right. Okay, and then last one, chain rule. So when we have a composition of functions, remember that to find the derivative, we take the derivative of the outside part. So it would be the f prime of g of x times the derivative of the inside, which is g of x. And so I'm going to have h prime at 5. Okay, so I need to find what g of 5 is, and then that would be -4. Times, okay, g prime of 5 is -7. Then I need to find f prime of -4. So it's kind of a two-step process here. F prime of -4, now I'm looking at this row, is 5. 5 times -7 equals -35. See, not too bad.